Hi besties, hi bunnies. Coffee's cold, truce brewing, let's hit the road. Just Machado wheel in hand, time to unfold. Early light breaks, coffee chilling in my grip. Hi besties, hi bunnies, join the trip. Cruising mass highway, spilling secrets for hours. 1 to 3 deep, no holds barred, owning our power. Squad's got my back, riding waves through the storm. Besties and bunnies, keeping it warm. Got that wild spark, singing random and free. Keeping the vibe alive, just you and me. Trolls creeping in, haters twisting the feet. Weak shots flying, but they can't plant the seed. Jabbing in my style, my fire, my rise. Obsessed in the shadows, watching with jealous eyes. Drama stirrers calling grift, but facts don't lie. While y'all fume, my lights touching the sky. Reddit ghosts lurking, basement critique so low. Keep throwing shade, watch this bunny glow. Meow, 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 meow. Hey. Meow, 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 feel it now. Bunny. Just Machado show, chasing down the real. Besties and bunnies got that unbreakable seal. Meow, 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 trolls fade away. Truth in the air, lighting up the day. After dark or dawn's first gleam, we claim the throne. Justice rolling, meow, if you're in the zone. Meow, meow. Love to my besties trolls. See a truth awaits. Just Machado show. Buckle up. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Feel it now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Bunnies.
All right, good morning. Welcome to 24 on 24. Undoubtedly the #1 show, most frequently visited by weirdos who are obsessed with me. Actually, things are now just not coordinated properly. Georgia is coming out right now. I was going to talk with you guys before. She's going to have to deal with it. Well, I'll explain it all in a second. I thought you needed far more time.
Oh,
I'm doing my live stream, so you're going to have to cope with that. Do you need to stop anywhere? You need a beverage? Where do you want to get it?
go to.
Okay. All right, so then I'm going to do what I need to do when I'm done dropping you off. Okay. Do you need to talk to me about anything before I get going? Okay. You're just going to have to suffer. Say hello. I filled everybody in on some of our dress shopping experience yesterday, so undoubtedly we will talk about that, but I will wait until you're gone if you prefer. Did you see I sent you another picture? No?
The black one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to try again tomorrow. All right, so currently right now, all right, so welcome to 24 on 24. Right now, currently, I'm driving Georgia to her first job of the day at school. And then how long does it take? 2 hours? And then I've got to go back and pick her up in between there. So around the corner from us, there is a dog. His name is Sully on Instagram. He has quite a following. His name is Puppy Sully, I believe, on Instagram. He passed away on 4/20, and his owners, they, I think everybody loves dogs, but they are dog people. They didn't have any children, so their dog was their dog, and he passed away. So we are going to stop over at Pomfret and get some flowers, and we're going to stop and grab a card and drop them off on their porch. I don't want to see them or talk to them because I know they're absolutely gutted, but we're going to drop off some flowers for them because it's very sad. So yesterday, I started to not feel so great in the afternoon, and I waited as long as I could to decide whether or not I was going to teach my class, and ultimately I was not feeling great. So I felt like I had no choice to cancel it or reschedule it to Thursday. I'm stressed out about that because tonight is Bunny, then that means Thursday I have class, and then Friday we are heading to Worcester for the convention. So we are doing back to back to back to back days of things. And actually even Sunday back to back. So yeah, back to back to back to back to back to back to back things. Because Sunday, I have wedding things to do with Julia. Again, just I do too many things. That is what it is. Later on in the evening, around 8 o'clock, I was resting because I have to pick up Georgia from work last night at midnight. Thankfully, she got out. We picked her up at 11:30, but around 8 o'clock or so, I was lying down and I got a text message from Kane. And so I haven't responded to his last message prior to that. Like, we did the funeral, we're all set. So now I get a text message from him, and the text message is, and I'll read it. Hold on, we're dropping Georgia off right here so you get a drink. Give you my debit card. You may use this one. You're welcome. No, thank you. So I get a text message from Kane, and it says, in quotes, it goes, "What would we do with Jess Machado on our show?" End quote. And then it says, this was said by Pat Ford, Beanbag Ron, and John and Warren. So essentially what he's doing is he's going, like, remember when Menners asked for me to go on Pat Ford, Beanbag Ron, and John show, and they were like, yeah, no thanks, right? He like reminded me of that. And then underneath that, he goes, quote, "I will do anything for the network. Whatever you need, Menners. I'm a team guy." And he attributes that to himself, basically saying that Menners was trying to place me with people in the KMS network. And Pat Ford said no, but he said yes. And he wants me to be reminded of his openness for me and like participating with me and doing shows with me and collabs with me, and wants to highlight that Pat Ford, Beanbag Ron, and John and Warren did not want to. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, you know, here's the thing that Kane hasn't figured out yet. Not only have I talked about it, but I'm very much aware I am not people's cup of tea, at least not to start with. And there are many people who don't know how to handle me when they first hear me on a show or on social media. They're like, this bitch is annoying. I don't like her attitude. I get it. And so a lot of people are like, no. Menners was one of those people. Like, people just don't know what to do, or they don't like me, or whatever. I've learned that over time, everybody eventually goes, oh, I was wrong. If I had $1 for every time somebody messaged me and said, I was wrong about you, I'd have the same amount of money that Kane was Venmoed the night of his birthday. It happens all the time. So I'm used to it. It doesn't offend me. I don't hold it against people. People usually start off on the other side of things, not liking me. And then it usually turns to the other side. So I'm not that upset by it. It doesn't bother me. But Kane, because Kane was like so like thirsty for somebody to come on his show, or Kane knew about me. He knew who I was. Like he knew. He was so thirsty for that collab. He claims like that he overlooking like whatever people heard about me was actually him being kind to me. That's not how I interpreted it. Kane was desperate enough to have me as a guest on his show. And quite frankly, Pat Ford, Beanbag Ron, and John and Warren We're like, we don't need her and her crazy here. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Menners also, by the way, passed. So like what is here's Kane sending me text messages, like just fucking rubbing it in my face, trying to like beat a dead horse or whatever, and I'm like pissed. At the exact same time, maybe 5 minutes after that, well, a little bit after that, I would say, I actually don't know, less than a half hour later, I get a message that Kane is in a Spaces drunk. And I get in there to listen, just to listen to what he's saying. Of course he's talking about me, of course. And Kane was sauced, running his mouth, and doing this weird thing he does where he viciously insults me and then counterpoints it with, she's so great, I love Jess. Like there's the far left of it and the far right of it. And I try to, and there's some things in there like that really get me upset. And I'm like, what the, I can't leave like this person unchecked in these spaces. So I go in there and I start like trying to counterpunch it or whatever. And then at like one point, I'm just like, this is actually, what am I doing? What am I doing trying to like fucking deal with Kane? And he starts saying things that like, I'm like, I'm all tapped out, but it didn't end there. He texts me again at midnight. And he goes, I just wanted you to know you were terrific in Spaces tonight and you are just no match for me. Toodles. To which I sent a screenshot that had already been sent to me where Kane posts on fucking X, Jess Machado got smoked in KMS Spaces tonight. Be better, Jess. And I don't even respond. I just like, you're a problem. And then he goes on to say, please, this is my Santa Barbara show movement. This is my Another World, My Days of Our Lives. This is my soap opera. Please let me. I know you guys don't like it, but for me, if you love me and you love my show, you just let me do this. He sends me a text message again and he goes, you just this gets me so riled up. You misunderstand me so much, he says. Those guys actually don't like you. I like you. It's okay though. I'll be listening every day to your show. It's a terrific show. We just bust a lot of balls. None of it is serious. Ask Nurse Kim. She will tell you. I've probably done 75 Spaces with Kim. She gets it. She knows us. Meaning I don't get it and I don't know you guys. So let me just remind you that Nurse Kim does, Jess. You don't. We're part of a club. You're not in it. Right? Like this motherfucker's texting me this at midnight after I just went into the space to deal with him. And I said, yeah, I guess I'm just such an outsider and I don't know anything. I have no use for people who shit on my show, Kane. I work so hard on my shows. I try very hard. I don't need friends causing drama for clicks and views. And then he says, I understand. I won't talk about your show anymore. Lies. I know you work hard. Lies. I respect that you bring to what you bring to the table. Lies. I truly never did it for views. Motherfucking lies. I just enjoyed being on a show that people respected. Yeah, I earned that through hard work. Lots of parasocial relationships. Being available all the time. Caring about situations that I'm talking about. That's why it's there. That's why it's respected. He says, that's it. I'm doing shows with J7 now. Sorry, she's awesome. I really hope you lighten up on the Minifans. They mean well. What Minifans do I shit on other than you, Kane? This is like crazy. This is crazy. I don't like the sides shit. Kim knows us. You don't know us. That's a dig. Anywho, what do you mean Aiden is missing? I'll call him right now. Has anybody called him? Well, I was missing up until 10 minutes ago, too. What does it mean he's missing? He's just not doing the show? He's late? I'm late. It's 10 o'clock. He's gonna live. He's fine. School vacation. All right, thank you. Hold on. We're at school. To the left. Anybody else here with you today? Same as usual. Do you need to do anything between when you get out of school and when you go to your another job?
On.
Okay. Do you have it all set up or no? I can start it. It's not ready?
No.
Okay.
So I have to go through like what I need first.
Okay, that's fine. So it's 10 o'clock now, you're thinking noon?
Yeah.
Or maybe earlier, or I'll just be on standby. Just There's a lot of cars here today.
School vacation, so it's probably on the
Oh, yeah. Hi, Moose. Hi, cows. Oh, look at them all hanging out up there. I never see them up there. What are they building up there?
redo the barn.
Oh. Me dropping you off is not shameful.
It is
It's not.
really what.
Goodbye. Have a great morning. Love you. I'll see you in a few. Bye. All right. All right. So yesterday's 24 on 24, like organically, I was talking about what it's like for someone who doesn't like me to watch this show, right? And through that conversation, I was naturally curious about a person's looking at my page, watching my shows, and then tweeting about it and saying like some things or whatever. And so while I was on the show, I went back and looked at this person's page. And so for the most part, I have a wonderful group of people, and Aiden and I have talked about this too, that we have really great people that look out for us online, that they enjoy, hopefully they enjoy it. I'm assuming they do. Their role of like seeing things and memorializing them. So in my mind, I call them like my screenshot queens. They get things and they send me things that they know are relevant or even that they think might be relevant to me. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. Sometimes I don't even respond, but I look at every text and I note it. And if it's worth it, I save it and I put it in the screenshot folder. And I know, like, especially with Aiden, when he was going to court against Meredith, he like very much depended on the people that like catalog these things for him. And I am also very, very lucky that I have people that do this, not just about like what I'm talking about, but other things, always looking out for me. And it is like a very awesome added layer to what I do, right? I sincerely believe that like, I don't like looking at stuff on the internet. Like it is, when you have people that are making fun of your weight or your body or whatever they're making fun of or taking shots at you, I really do believe that it can be harmful to your mental health. And for years, I've just maintained, like, I don't look, right? I don't look. I tell my friends, like, on Facebook, don't send it to me unless you really think it's egregious. You know, use your measure of, like, what you think I need to know or whatever. And so I just don't visit the pages or social media of people that I know dislike me, chances are I've blocked them because I don't, even if in a moment I feel like it, I don't want to like take that extra step. Jimmy also sent me, remember the other day when the chat was kind of going awry? Jimmy sent me like this great interview with Joe Rogan and Miley Cyrus where she's talking about like the internet and hate and all of those things. And it actually was like extremely helpful for that day. And just thinking back to it, like a lot of those things I actually already participate in it, but I'm not perfect. And I definitely can like get into the fucking dredges of society. Is that the right term? It's probably not. But whatever. So, you know, I don't wake up in the morning and go to, you know, this woman's page. I just don't. I don't think about it. That's just not healthy behaviors for me to go check out haters' pages, hers or anybody else's. But yesterday on the show, I went in because I was just curious and I started scrolling, and my screenshot queens aren't sending me everything because some posts aren't really that, like, I don't know. It's not about like trying to take down my YouTube channel. There's just so many. And then as I was looking, I started reading off like the timestamps and I'm going, this isn't just happening during my show. Like I never looked at the times before. Like it's happening like throughout the day. And so when I was finished, I was in the house, I was in front of my laptop, and I started going backwards in April. And so a lot of people are asking me how I made this chart that I put up. I'll just give you the heads up on how I did it. I went to ChatGPT and I asked it if I wanted a visualization, how could I do it? I will tell you it took like a couple of tweaks. Like the first time it gave it to me, I didn't like it or whatever, but essentially I had to enter in all the data. So I, you know, painstakingly entered into the data, and then it created this visualization of just the month of April. And that's not a joke. The most startling part about it, and we did the first or the last half of March. I have the first half of March. I have all of February and January already done. I just didn't feel like I wanted to throw them all out there right now. But here's what is really shocking. It is that throughout the day, she is thinking about me. And that is what is very odd and crazy and weird and concerning. If you're listening to my show, or let's just say, listening to my show in itself is nuts if you hate me, but fine. Say you listen and you're listening to a 24 on 24 that's 2 hours long. Fine. If it takes you 2 hours to live comment on everything, I'll give you that. But it's the posts that continue throughout the day, beyond the span of when I'm on a show. In the middle of the afternoon, consecutive posts within 2 hours of each other. At night, how can I be the first thing you talk about in the morning, what you talk about throughout the day, and then again at night before you go to bed? That is what is concerning. It's not what you're saying. It's not that you're even saying it. It's the sheer frequency and the time span on every day of the month that you're doing it. I promise you, aside from yesterday where I actually did this work, I don't think about this person the minute my show is over. Unless somebody sends me a screenshot or whatever, but even then, like, I don't think about this person. I don't care about this person. This is fucked up, psychotic, crazy, obsessive behavior that somebody spends all of their days not only thinking about me, but taking the next step and posting to memorialize those thoughts. I didn't even get a chance to go and do the replies. I started writing it down. It's worse. It's worse. There's almost the same amount of replies as there are posts. So it's a whole new set of timestamps, a whole new set of time. This cannot be real. This cannot be somebody's life. Let's take like the court date out of it. Let's take that one out of it. It's not just court dates. It's plenty of other days where the timestamps are in the morning, afternoon, and at night. That is absolutely fucking scary. I completely underestimated this person's obsession with me. It is, I'm not even going to say it's like sad. I'm not going to say it's pathetic. I'm going to say it is alarming. That is alarming. I have a much clearer picture now of this person and what they're doing, and it is like nothing I've ever seen before. Hi, Steve. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Can I call you back as soon as I'm done? Thanks, babe. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Anybody ever listen to sports radio in the morning? Steve from Fall River? Steve Nassif. Don't ask. That there's just something really like it's crazy about that behavior is crazy. If I've never done that. It is very concerning. There is no, I don't know. Some statements that were made that were like, well, as long as you talk about me, I will talk about you. Okay, sure. Does that mean that you're going to spend your whole day doing it? Because I didn't even know you were spending your whole day doing it. So if it was like to counterpoint me or to go after me, great. But I didn't know. But what are you doing? What are you fucking doing with your life? I was always joking she was sad and pathetic. There is something wrong with somebody that dedicates months of their life to posting on the internet about someone that they don't like. It is not a satire account. It is not parody. She does that so that it gives her protection from getting removed, but her thoughts are accurate. Those are the things that she says, and she has manifested it. She says she's going to do things and she does them. It is crazy. So we have a crazy person on our hands. I thought we were dealing with an internet troll. We are dealing with a crazy, crazy person. I don't know who Kim Fair is, but a lot of people have messaged me and said that this was the similar situation with Kim Fair. I don't know about that. I wasn't paying attention to it. I don't know who she is. I've heard the name. I don't know. I know Lacey has been targeted by Jen. I don't know. I don't know what we're dealing with here, to be honest with you. I guess that's where we're at. I don't know what we're dealing with here. I think the worst thing that ever happened is I looked at the timestamps. Listen, she's old. Her kid is out of the house. She's, I don't know, newlywed. Maybe this is her thing. Maybe this is what she likes to do with her free time. I'm not judging that. It's the amount of time in a day that this person is thinking of me. It's absolutely crazy. Another thing oh shoot, Georgia. Gotta remind Georgia she did not give me back my debit card. And I just don't want her to lose it. Hold on one second.
Hi, welcome to society. What can I get for you?
Hi, can I do a large iced white chocolate pistachio made with whole milk?
Okay, anything else?
Can I do an Asiago bagel toasted with cream cheese?
Okay.
And that's all.
1177.
Thank you. So hold on, let me talk to you about it. 1 second. There's one more thing that we need to talk about this. Let me call Georgia first. Yes, Georgia's voicemail is Garfield. Oh, I'm going crazy. It's actually in my wallet. I'm so dumb. Sorry, Georgia. All right. So the other a couple of things. One of the posts that I saw yesterday was like, "Do it, Jessica. Get in front of a judge." If like because she wants to tell the judge all of the things I did. That's not how that works. Go try to get your own HPO against me if you want. I'm not here to give that to you. If you think that me talking about you on my show in the morning is worthy of a restraining order, go ahead and get it yourself. You know what I mean? Like go get it yourself. I'm not here to do it for you, you weirdo. So the only other thing I want to mention is I saw yesterday, just because we're going to finish cataloging these things. I said yesterday on my show that I've never even met this person. And she said I did meet her. I don't remember that. She said I hugged her. I don't remember that. I'm assuming I met her at Karen Reed. I'm assuming she came during trial 2 or 1. I don't really know. It was not memorable to me. I literally forgot that I met you. Also, meeting me like as a fan doesn't count. Like I meant like I've never, at the Wilbur, did I meet her? Where? I don't remember meeting this woman. Like I didn't remember. Maybe obviously I did. I'm just saying I don't remember. I don't remember meeting her. I meet a lot of people. I met a lot of people at Karen Reed, especially trial 2 towards the end. There were thousands of people there. I met many people at the Wilbur, and also the Wilbur was really a bad night or whatever. So I'm just saying, I don't remember. It was not memorable to me. Did anyone send Jess Jen Altman's chart she made on Jess? She did. Yes. I do have a show, and I do talk about all of the people in the arena frequently during my shows. I do not think about Jennifer Altman when I'm done. Doing shows like my job where I gossip and talk about all of the things. If I mentioned her, it's part of my show. I promise everybody, like I would suggest people go and do it. Over the course of the past 6 months, 7 months, if I have mentioned this person on my social media 10 times, like I really don't talk about it. I don't care. I'm doing a show here. When you're done watching my show, you're talking about me all day. You're thinking about me all day. Where are you when you're doing this? What are you doing when you're doing this? Are you sitting in your bed getting ready to go nights? What are you doing? I cannot be the last person you're thinking about before you go to bed if you hate me. That is like crazy. Jordy, I'm hearing that Aiden is totally fine. Oops. Yes. Thank you. No straw. Thank you.
Of course. Okay.
It's just there's not a lot of like liquid. It's missing from the top. Did they do something different with this?
Let me just go see.
I don't know. It's usually
Let me see who made it.
okay. All right, thanks. Nothing for nothing, but it's missing a whole inch of like actual beverage at the top, and for $7, I need a full drink. So sorry to be that bitch. Sorry. I don't know. Like I looked at it and like usually the drink is all the way up to the top, and then it was whatever. Charles is heading to check on Aiden. Kane is loyal and he doesn't think that I was loyal. Okay. Well, what does loyalty look like to Kane? What does loyalty look like to me? So, Kane retweeted a post that I said about Jennifer Altman, and he said, I agree with her. So that's not loyalty to me. Just so we're clear. That's the start of it. Okay? That's the start of it. And second of all, I know this is going to come as like a shock to some people, right? Because people think like that I hate Paul or purple Kool-Aid drink or whatever. So I understand the internet, at least marginally at this point. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Of course. Have a nice day.
Same to you. Thank you. I understand the internet marginally, and it's because I've learned some things about it. Like, and the way I learned was the situations I had with Kimberly. So me having an issue with Kimberly caused a lot of discord in our chats. And that coffee sucks. Fuck everybody. And it causes dysfunction. It makes listeners unhappy. And so I learned, unfortunately, the hard way through my issue I had with Kimberly that it doesn't bode well for either person if and when you criticize that person's show on the internet or you come at them in any way. I made that mistake. I will never do it again. And Kane criticizing Purple Kool-Aid Drinker 2 days after I had him on my show was not appropriate to me. I'm not saying that he can't have his own feelings. He can't say what he wants, but there is a camaraderie here that I understand. This is why in the beginning, I had such an issue with LTL because he was shit talking these creators behind their backs to me. And he put me in this weird situation. So Kane retweeting the Jen Altman posted like my show wasn't funny or something like that. And I put, instead of like, I took that screenshot and I put all of the comments from all of the listeners on YouTube in a video. And I put it like to a symphony because Jen was at the symphony. And so I made it like, you think I'm not funny, but look at all of these people who thought I was funny, right? So he retweets that and he's like, yeah, she's not wrong. Number one problem. And then number two problem, you're going after Paul. I'm not bragging about this. I didn't really even say it. Paul came on my show that Friday because Paul was down bad because his fucking channel got taken down. And I was like, why don't you just come on my show, dude? Let me help you out. Like, get out. Like, come. Like, I was being nice to my friend. Like, let me bring you on. You know what I mean? And so that's how I operate. So as far as loyalty goes, and whoever's saying like Kane didn't think I was loyal, I'm loyal. First of all, I'm loyal to me first. But number two, I do understand how this works. And Kane doing a show after I've platformed Kane and introduced everybody to Kane. For him to do first of all, for him to say, I agree with Jen Altman is nuts. And number two, to go on a show and make fun of Purple Kool-Aid Drinker is just, so basically what you were looking at is, if I have to pick which one I'm throwing off the fucking life raft, I'm throwing off Kane. I'm not throwing off Paul. Paul didn't do anything wrong to me at that point. So I'm throwing Kane off the fucking life raft. Whatever. This is me. Kane can do it. That's his choice, but it's my choice to say, I don't like these fucking things. It's weird. And as I stated, I learned this the hard way. I know how my followers were feeling about the shit with Kimberly. I know how upset they were. I know it caused some people to go, well, I'm picking you over Kim. It's bullshit. It's a fragile environment here. Any one thing you say and do can really set the tone for like how things go. And I can't say that I'm not going to fuck up. I can't say that I'm not going to burn it all down with a statement or something. I'd like to think that I'm just doing the best that I can. And at the time, I really was not sensitive. I recognized if Kane is going to retweet Jen Altman and say, Jen Altman was right, and he claims he didn't know who she was. I disagree. I think you knew who she was. But then when you want to go after Paul, who I just platformed because he was down bad, why? Why? And if that's how it works in the KMS world, you shit all over people, you're a bunch of fucking misfits, and you tell each other you want to slit each other's throats, and the next day you're fucking high-five each other on the golf course, so be it. That's not how Miss Jessica runs her show here. Bunny runs things very differently here. Okay? He also said that Pat Ford being a mod was shots fired to him. Is it though, Kane? Or is KMS all just a bunch of people who say mean things and then they're friends with each other the next day? It's a KMS thing, isn't it? So why does Pat Ford being a mod piss you off so much? Aren't you all just fucking taking jabs at each other? Isn't it all so like not sensitive and not that deep? You admitted that it was pissing you off that he was a fucking mod. Why? If you're all okay with each other, why is it pissing you off so much? So if this is like the behavior of those people, that's fine. I'm under no obligation to adopt that kind of behavior. I do whatever the fuck I want when I want. That's it. That's it. Listen, I could shut this all down tomorrow and get rid of every KMS adjacent person here, and I would never talk about them again. I probably will hit that threshold at some point. I'm not there yet. It's still fun for me. But I'm just explaining the Kane situation for those who are saying like Kane's loyal. Kane is not loyal to Jessica Meow Schmeow, okay? He is not. Is somebody coming after Beanbag Round in the chat? Because like that, you can't do that. Yeah, we buried Kane. We had a funeral for Kane. We're done with Kane. Buried. This isn't fucking Easter. This motherfucker didn't raise from the dead. He's done. Buried. Gone. I challenged him. Somebody asked me last night, oh, are you going to reconcile with Kane and blah, blah, fuck, that just absolutely not. Grosses me out even thinking about like reconnecting and doing shows together. But I challenged Kane. I said, you know what, Kane? Sure, Kane. I will consider doing a collab with you again if you can for 30 days. Do a show, never mention me or share my content, and have over 100 live viewers for every show you do. When you can do it, not on the back of me, go ahead. You know, you guys aren't even thinking about this. You want to know how unloyal Kane is to anybody? Kane's show was on KMS, okay? It was on the network. His show was broadcast on there. And he got so crazy with the popularity and the attention, he left and started his own channel and said, I can do this on my own. And he's spiraling because the only way he could really do it on his own is with me. And I bounced because of his behavior. He misstepped too many times. And now, where is Kane? He's alone. He doesn't have KMS. He doesn't have JMS. And he is by himself on KKK, Kane's Corner Kitchen. And that is the reality of what you're seeing with Kane. It's the drunk spaces. It's the texting. It's the drunk texting. That's it. He made a mistake and he needs to go figure out how to resurrect his fucking relationship with these people and figure it out. One time, two times. Roscoe, I hope you're having a great vacation or vacations with your daughters. I am going into Pomfret to get some flowers for these people who lost their dog. Come in with me, please. Listen, this is going to piss some people off, but there's a guy named Jake. A lot of people don't like him. That's okay. He's coming on my show tonight. He's coming on my show because he's going to ask me questions about drugs and what I know about drugs and if I know anything about drugs. Now, if you don't know me personally, TT and Mr. Machado will verify this is a long running fucking funny thing in my life. I don't understand drugs and the names of them and all of these things. And while I was talking to Jake on a space, he talked about it. And I was like, you should come on my show and you should ask me things. And this man has been working on a segment for my show tonight. We're not bringing KMS drama into it. We're not bringing in enemies into it. I'm blindly going into it. He keeps asking, are you sure you want to go into it blind? And I was like, yes. What's the worst thing that can happen? I can kick him off. Right? That's the worst thing. I'm in charge. I can kick him off. It starts going crazy. I can kick him off. Jeffrey has been informed, so Jeffrey will be watching from downstairs in the sunroom. I'm looking forward to bringing somebody on and doing something like this. That's it. It has nothing to do with KMS. I know a bunch of people don't like him. I don't really care. He's not there as a KMS person. He's there on somebody that can run a skit and ask me questions. By the way, I have talked about this before. I like when people ask me questions. I'm always the one having guests on my show, or I'm the one that asks questions in interviews. Nobody ever asks me questions. Everybody forgets about me. I'm just a baby and nobody remembers me. So if somebody wants to come on and ask me questions, I like that idea. Sure. That sounds fun. Let's do it. I am excited. We have to go inside and get some flowers. Come with me. Hi, how are you?
Good.
How old? Oh my God, you're old. Huh? No, serious. My daughter's getting married at the end of the month or in May. Yeah.
But she's out of that alien stage.
Oh, I have a 17-year-old,
Oh,
so we're still a little awkward. Yeah. Flowers are good though. She'll like that. My neighbor. Go ahead. I'm on one right now, so I'll mute it. this is at? This is Pomfret, by the way. This is in town. This is like my local florist I go to for pretty much everything. Hold on. It's literally right down the street from my house. It's on County Street. Every event in my past 10 years, we've gotten flowers at Pomfret. I'll fill you in a second what we did here. So I don't know. I had to mute you because I was on my way in, and shout out to Fall River City Councilor and Seekonk City Administrator Sean Kadim was walking in, and he said, "I was listening to your podcast the other day." It just goes to show you never know who is listening. I see right now on my side 2,876 people. I don't know who those people are except for who's in the chat, but there are people that listen. And apparently City Councilor Sean Kadim in Fall River also listens. But what he mentioned was, I said on my show the other day that I grew up in Watuppa Heights, which is a project in Fall River, and he lived around the corner from there. His mom owned and still owns a liquor store over there, package store. So we're just talking about that and reminiscing. And his daughter is just a couple years younger than Georgia. So anyway, it's very interesting. Always catches me a little off guard who is listening to me talk. So shout out to Sean Kadim. Thanks for listening to the show. Where were we? Oh, so tonight. Aiden is opening his pool. I will tell you, when we bought our house, was one of the points of contention when we purchased the houses. When we bought the house, we closed in October, and they hadn't closed the pool yet. The pool was still running, and we didn't know anything about pools. And it was like a couple of days before the closing, and I was driving by the house to see what the progress was about them getting out, which was done at the last minute. They literally were cleaning the house while we were at the closing. And I was like, this pool needs to be closed for the winter. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll figure it out in the spring, but I'm not buying a house and moving everybody in here and having to figure out how to close a pool. And they were like pissed. They're like, you're buying the house as it is. But I was like, just fucking close the pool, or we're not closing. Close the pool. Pools are the best and the worst thing you will ever have. If you have little kids, it was a game changer. I said to Aiden, he will absolutely love having it, but it will be the biggest fucking pain in the ass. And I don't know how he's going to do it. He should just hire pool people now. Jeffrey does it, and he fucking hates it. He likes being in the pool, but he doesn't like the work that goes into the pool. So there's that. We need a pen. We're going to fill out this card, and then we're going to drive around the corner and drop these off. Give me a second. We're just going to write this out. Having a pool with kids in the house that can't swim is stressful. So, listen, we're big beach people before we bought this house 10 years ago. Big beach people. We go to the beach pretty much nonstop all the time, all summer. Early in the morning at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. I could do a whole show on beach etiquette, what to do at the beach, how to have the best experience at the beach. I was a beach pro for years. Without children, and then once I had children. We bought this house when Georgia was so Georgia was seven, and the kids were small, and it was a game changer. But 100%, you go from being a person with no cares in the world to a person that is constantly checking gates, worrying about kids in water. It is a true fucking commitment. I 100% agree with that statement. I'm currently going to just write out a card for, all right. So we're going to just take this card, go drop off these flowers on their front porch. All right, let's go do that. um, the other thing too about the pool is that as my kids got older, it really is like I'm a big we talk about this stuff all the time, but I'm really listen, my kids are my life, right? My family is my life. That's it. It's them over everything. They're who I think about first thing in the morning. They're who I think about last thing at night. Not not a stranger or someone I hate on the internet. My kids are who I think about first thing in the morning and last thing at night. But I also, because of like the deficit in my life with this, I work very hard on my relationship with my children. And I believe it's palpable when you see us and when you're around us, what kind of a relationship we have that as a parent, you have to work really hard at. And it's often uncomfortable and it's often hard. Oh my God, they are completely redoing this house that was an absolute piece of shit. This is a house I thought Julia and Aiden should have bought, but anyway, it's really, really, really hard. And it's very easy to let your kids go in their room and play video games because that's comfortable. They're awkward teens or whatever. The pool was a big game changer for teen situations, right? In the 12, 13, 14 teens, because they still wanted to be out there. I also was really okay with letting them be out there alone and me just like monitoring them. You know what I mean? Like that was also awesome for me. You know what I mean? To let them go out there and do that. We're just pulling in front of this house. Give me 1 second. Almost just lost it. Sully's bed is on the side. It's so sad. All right. Anyway, give me a sec. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, anyway, the pool is just a really great thing. Let's wrap it up. The pool's great. It's great for kids. It's great for teens. It's great for us now. Like my kids love it, even now. And that's that. This guy is pulling his massive, what do you call it? Like trailer, like RV. It has a name on it. It's calling it Fun Finder. Totally okay with sharing this information. I checked with our friend that was dealing with a situation. He is being held, or he was held, and he's having a dangerousness hearing tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. I believe she did. She met with the victim's advocate. She met with someone at transitional assistance, applied and got that whole ball rolling through them. And I think everything is kind of settled. She had a visit with, she went to go see an orthopedic surgeon about her leg. And so, you know, she's hoping that she got a restraining order. And so she's all set. I also sent her 2 other links to some things, including Catholic Charities, where she can apply for rental assistance in like this type of situation. Also, my brother's keeper, she's also been in contact with them. So far we're all set. I know, if I'm correct, I'm going to touch base with Jess Walsh. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but Jess said she had some people that could help her move those things. It's really just some beds and some dressers over to the next house and a cleaning lady. I'm going to touch base with her, and I think we are all set. So there's that. I just saw Sammy's mom talk about the dress experience. Yeah, so we went to Party Dress Express in Fall River, which is absolutely great. It's like, you know, not as extravagant as Alexandria's. We have Alexandria's in Fall River, which is like a premier bridal dress shop destination. People come from all over to go to Alexandria's, and it's worth it. Julia bought one of her prom dresses there, and I totally get it. But Georgia doesn't like the attention. She just wanted different children. So we went to Party Dress Express, and it was instant. I just think Georgia didn't understand the prices of dresses, and it really got her upset. There's no other way to explain it. My child does not like spending money on things. She is very frugal. And, you know, I talked to TT about this. I'm sorry, to Julia yesterday about this. And I believe Julia is correct that because there's been instability in their dad's life, where he has been homeless, where he hasn't had jobs, that they both have adopted they're very protective. They don't waste money. And do you know what I mean? Julia really believes that it's because of their dad. And it doesn't help that we live a pretty basic life here. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it doesn't help. I'm just saying, like, we're not consumers. You know what I mean? Like, we don't go shopping all the time, or certainly not growing up. We didn't do that, you know, probably a little bit more, but she really was struggling right away in the store with the price tags. Maybe the poor kid thought the dresses were going to be $100. I don't really know, but I think she had some sticker shock when we got there, and it instantly changed her demeanor. And I feel really bad about it. And I was sad for her because she was so great on the way in. She was so excited. We went to Starbucks. I got her a latte. She's like, we're going to have a great day. She had a great day. Everything was just great. And then she got in there and she just was so upset. And I couldn't even explain it to her any other way. And I was like, Georgia, the money is not an issue. You know what I mean? It's not. And I was like, we paid $500 for Julia's junior prom dress, right? Like, I think Julia's senior prom dress was only $4, but like, we planned for this. We saved for it. We have extra money today. Yesterday was my payday. We had, we're all set. Like, it's not even like, I would never even blink twice at this for her, ever. And she just started to, like, it really got to her. Every dress that she put on, she looked at the price tag. Every dress, she was like, it's too much. And then there was one and she was like, it was $299 and it needed to be altered. And she was like, I don't want to have it altered. I want to have it now. It's just, so I saw her getting ready to crash out. There was one dress I knew that she liked. She touched it. She was like, oh, this is so pretty. And then she looked at the price tag. She never went back to it. I coordinated with the girl to go and grab that dress and suggest it to Georgia just so she could try it on. And she went and got it and brought it in. And Georgia would refused. She told the girl, like, no, I don't want it. The other thing too is, nothing for nothing, but these stores are set up where all of the fitting rooms are side by side. There's one main mirror out in front of all of the fitting rooms. And there's a bunch of girls all looking at themselves in dresses, and Georgia is not comfortable with that. She doesn't like to show herself off. She's confident, but she doesn't like being out in front of people, and she doesn't, it's not even that, you know what I mean? So she doesn't like the environment, and the fitting rooms were so small, like she couldn't even really get a good look of herself in the dress. So she had to come out. And by the way, there's like dads there with their daughters and boys, and like, she was just over it. It wasn't private in any way, and it backfired a lot. And I knew when it was time to tap out. She said it was time. I said, okay. Now there's a little bit of pressure after you've been there for 2.5 hours and you're walking out without a dress. So I gave her the keys and I said, head to the car. I'm going to go to the bathroom. And I went to the front and the owners were there, their sisters. And I just shared my experience. I said, we had a wonderful attendant. She was perfect. She was very attentive. She made great suggestions. She was kind and complimentary. I said, this just, I hate to have her put in all that time with us and walk away without a dress, but maybe we can come back. And they were wonderful too. So a real big shout out to Party Dress Express. Like, just perfect the whole way. Like, it never felt like we need to make a sale. It was more about servicing and, customer service, and they did fantastic. But I did stop and say, we're not leaving here because of an experience. We're leaving here because my daughter's just not ready. So I hope that makes a difference to them. And I just feel bad for these girls that are working there and you spend so much time and it's a no, you know what I mean? Overnight, several of the besties and bunnies sent me some dresses that their daughters had, size 4s, that could be options for Georgia to borrow. And I did send them to her. And believe it or not, she actually likes 2 of them. Somebody sent one from Revolve. It's actually speaks to Georgia. And then another bestie sent 4 dresses or 3 dresses. And there were 2 out of those that she liked. But she did say she wants to try again tomorrow. And I said to her, like, tomorrow is the last day. We waited this whole time for school vacation so we could go during the day, not after school. And she works and all of this stuff. So tomorrow's the last day for her to go and try. We're going to go to Frugal Fanny's because that has been like a fan suggestion. So we're going to head over there. And then if we have to, we'll go to Alexandria's. But we're also going to start earlier. The Party Dress Express doesn't open until 12 yesterday, so we couldn't get there any earlier. So tomorrow we're going to get up early. We're going to do the same thing and we're going to try again. And if we don't, then we're going to revisit the options of other people suggesting the dresses they have, or like pre-owned somewhere. I know somebody sent me one. David's Bridal was another place that we're gonna head over to. This is hard. And listen, it was hard with Julia. Okay. Julia also had a crash out and she just needed a meal. So we left Alexandria's and we went to fucking have lunch. And then we came back and she was fine. But she also had a real struggle. Listen, some girls are great with this, some girls are not. And it's just both my girls struggled. So she wants to try again. So we're going to do it tomorrow. And that's it. Now, in the event that it doesn't work tomorrow, also, by the way, another thing that helped, I took pictures of every dress that she was in yesterday and I sent them to her so she can go back and look at them. She said she couldn't remember some of them. It got confusing. Ironically, when Julia went shopping for her wedding dress, we were scheduled to go to this place in East Greenwich and then to Alexandria's afterward. Julia found her dress at the first place. We canceled Alexandria's, and she knew the minute she tried that dress on that was her dress. She narrowed down the first bunch, and then she got this other dress, and that was it right from the get. And she has never even thought twice about it. Julia's dress is so gorgeous. Oh, her wedding dress is so gorgeous. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So that's where we're at with Julia for tomorrow. George's for tomorrow. And we'll hopefully, if you have suggestions of places where there are pre-owned, let me know. We will go if this doesn't work out. So that's that. Also last night, and I wasn't feeling so hot, but Julia and I did a pretty lengthy call talking about the logistics of the wedding itself. It's complicating things because it's technically a destination wedding, right? It's down the Cape, but we're here. But there's a lot of things to work out. And so there's a lot to work out. There's a lot to work out the day before the wedding and the day of the wedding, and coordinating all of the things, including transportation, including she got a trolley that she hired for the whole day of the wedding that will trolley everybody in the family or bridal party back and forth amongst all of the locations. There are a bunch of locations. So that is problematic. I'm not giving specifics, but we are talking about this because it's got to be talked about, worked out. It helps me figure it out too, but they rented 2 Airbnb houses in the same town as the wedding venue and the church. One for all the groomsmen and one for all the bridesmaids. And I was a little critical of the one that she picked for the bridal party, the brides. I thought it was a little dated, and I thought that she would probably not have enough of room. And I'm happy to say that she found a different one that is significantly better and is actually closer to the groom's one. It's literally a street and a half over. So she found, I think, the best house where she is going to be getting ready. It's just great. And it works perfectly when you think about it. Instead of everybody getting hotels or all of these things, it's just one big house for 2 nights. And everybody has their own bedroom. They have this huge open area for getting ready, all of these things. That's great. The guys one is the better one of the 2. It has an in-ground pool. It's a multi-million-dollar home. And that is where we're doing the rehearsal dinner, right? The night before the wedding. She does have a day of coordinator. So she has someone for the day of. Yes. She's met with her many times. I've met her. She's fantastic. So she has someone for the day of, but the logistics of the day before are pretty much on us. And, like my daughter, they have really made it an action-packed situation. So the day before, it's so we have the rehearsal at the church at 11 a.m. So nobody's checking in yet, right? Because that's the day before the wedding. So nobody can check in yet. So we're going to the church for 11 to do the dry run at the church. Then Aiden has organized all of the men in the bridal party and the fathers, like Ron, Jeff, Aiden's stepfather, and Aiden's dad, and those guys, and the groomsmen, to all go golfing at 1:00. So they are all going to the golf course. Aiden has organized this whole thing for golf. TT's husband is included in that. The family guys or whatever. And then at 1:00, when the guys go do that, all of the women are going to go check in to all of the corresponding locations. And we're all split up into like a cluster of spaces, and like families staying at one resort. And then there's the Airbnbs, and it's just, everybody's kind of all over the place. So we're all going to go check in, and then we're all going to go to the groom's house, and we're all going to start getting everything ready for the cookout that we're going to have later on that night at 6:00. Why do all the dudes have to golf before the wedding? I don't know. TT, I'm so glad you're here. Mike needs to bring his golf clubs to the wedding weekend. Don't put any details about anything. But did you know that they're golfing on Saturday? I'm not sure if you knew that. I will call you about this. Aiden organized the groomsmen and all of the men to go play golf at 1:00. I'm gonna call you later with the schedule, because Julie and I narrowed everything down and mapped it all out last night. So then the guys are going to go golf, and then we're all going to go over to the big house, and we're going to start getting everything ready for the party and the cookout. And now Julia has some guy friends that aren't in the wedding, but they're going to be there at that time. They're going to go and do all of the things. We originally were like, we're going to do a cookout. We're going to, grill. We're going to do. Julia didn't want to deal with that. So Julia went and had it catered. So now we have like a group of people that are going to go pick up all of that food and then bring it over, and we're going to go all set it up. 6:00, we start the party for the night before the wedding. My hope is that it ends at a reasonable time at like 10:00, 11:00, and everybody goes home. The wedding is at 2 p.m. So the morning of the wedding is all about getting ready. And then we had to deal with that because Georgia and I are staying at a different location. We are going to have to get transported by the trolley from our location to where Julia is. So myself and Georgia, because Georgia's in the bridal party, but she's staying with us because she's a minor. So we don't want her staying with the older girls. And then once the trolley gets me in Georgia and we are there and we're doing those photos and things like that, Georgia and I have to get ready first. So we have to get ready before everybody else at our place, which works out great because we're going to have a hair and makeup person do me and Georgia first. Then we're going to leave. Then the hair and makeup person will do everybody else. TT, Mima, Aiden's mom, grandma, sister, and all of them. By the time they're all done, the trolley will come back and pick up all of the family and bring them to the bridal thing. It'll pick up Ron and his girlfriend and bring them over so we can do first look with the dad. And then the trolley will go pick up all the groomsmen, bring them to the church, then come back and pick up the bridal family, bring them to the church, and then the bridal party, and that'll be the last thing. And we worked it all out timing wise. Like we broke down and gave extra time to figure out when we had to start the process and all of the things like that. The other thing is like, I really like that we'll be at the bridal house, I'm going to like have like Walmart deliver a bunch of stuff and food and everything and drinks. So we'll have that all there. I think we're good. I mean, I think we're good. I think we're good. There's two things that my daughter threw on my lap last night, and I am very angry with her about it, but we are going to get it done. The first is the favors. She originally was going to buy these, and when she went to go find out, they are very expensive. So the favor she wants is she actually got in Nantucket when she got engaged. It's an oyster shell, and it's painted on the inside with like hydrangeas, and then it's got like a gold trim around it, and it's like you can put your rings in it or whatever it sits. Like that's what she wants. She insists. She was going to buy them. Turns out they're a fortune, and she needs 150 of them. So I watched videos about doing this, and what you do is you get napkins, like napkins, paper napkins that have the print on it that you want, and you like decoupage them on the inside, and then you just paint around the outside. Is this inside my skill set? 100%. It's my skill set. Yes, I can do this. Do I want to do 150 oysters before the wedding? No. But now I have to do it. The second thing, so I said, fine, pull the trigger. So she ordered everything on Amazon last night. Everything will be here. So like, let's add this to my life where now we've got to make 150 oysters for the wedding. Thrilled about this. To which she said, I'll help you, Mama. No, you won't. We know you will not help me, Julia. You will say, I'm sorry, I've got something else going on this weekend and I can't do it. So fine, we're going to do it. The next thing that she has come up with that she is adamant on, which is also in my wheelhouse, which I am going to do, is the outfits that the bridal party wears while they're getting ready. Very commonly, people wear robes. I think TT had robes for everybody in her party, right? So everybody wears a robe. You have their name embroidered on it. They're all taking their pictures, and you need it to be open because like so they can do their hair and makeup and then take it off and put their dresses on, right? Great. My child now would like men's Oxford shirts, oversized Oxford dress shirts in pastel colors with the names on the cuff. So she would like me to go find 9 shirts that are very nice, thrift them. It's a thrift thing. It has to be thrifted. Then get them to the dry cleaner. And she found these embroidered letters that you iron on. And she wants me to do the cuffs of these. And preferably, she has 2 options. One, all light colors, like pink, like yellow, like green, or she wants them to all be pinstriped, like, you know, like blue and white stripes, all different kinds of blue and white stripes. I want to kill her. I want to kill her. I am so pissed at this kid. She couldn't have come up with this idea 2 months ago. Now we have to do this. And by the way, she is adamant on these 2 things. This is very much what she wants. It is the aesthetic she wants. The wedding is down the Cape. This is how long do I have? Oh, a little over a month. A little over a month. The wedding is in June, the beginning of June. Yeah. So love this for us. It's fine. Yes, I know you're on Etsy right now. We're not spending the money on those things. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. She wants me to do it. It's the personalization. She knows I'm artsy. It's fine. We can do this. We can get this done. I do feel better that we built the time. Well, she built the timeline and we talked about it. And there were a couple of things. She's wonderful. She's doing a great job. She also seems very happy. I talked to Aiden last night on the phone and they're both just so happy. So I'm very excited. That they seem very excited and very happy. It's just going to be a wonderful time, like, for our family. And, in a time when I think, like, families are so much smaller today, and think about it, and I'm sure many of you agree. My mother's mother was one of like 9 kids, right? So think about that. My grandmother was one of 9. Each one of those 9 had multiple children, 2, 3 kids, right? The baby boomer generation. So there's a vast array of cousins and aunts and uncles and things like that. But the baby boomers, they didn't. It's trickling down to the baby boomers only had 1 or 2 kids, right? And so there's even less and less and less. And for me, I always say, like, the large families that I grew up with are wonderful memories. And I feel like, what did I do wrong? Where, I mean, I've done my part, man. I've have 3 kids. My husband has 1. We have more kids than the average. But look, TT doesn't have any children, right? Like, so it lessens over time. And I think that a wedding is like such a great opportunity to have that like family situation feeling and vibe that I feel like always happened more often back in the day, and it doesn't now. You know what I mean? So, I know that the wedding isn't for that, but isn't it though? Like, to bring other people together and things like that. And, my 2 of my friends are going to be there. Lauren, my mod Lauren, is going to be there, and my friend Kathy are invited. And I know they had a real hard time like narrowing down the list, and because they spent so much money on so many things, the list is not big. I mean, 150 isn't small, you know what I mean? But like, they just couldn't afford to have me include everybody and things like that. So I also, like, nothing for nothing, but like, my family is growing. Like, my daughter is marrying her husband. My son is with his girlfriend for 2.5 years. Georgia is going to be with Angelo for a year. I'm building like my family. So I'm like very excited. I'm very excited. 5 kids. Let's go. 1 of 11, right, Amy? Amy, how are you feeling? Oh, the kids love TT. Are you fucking kidding? The kids absolutely love TT. When TT almost had cancer, I was in a predicament because I always say, if anything ever happens to me, I can be okay because my kids will have my sister, and my sister knows me so well that she'll carry on like my legacy of like fucking whatever it is I'm about. And she'll always tell the stories of your mother this and your mother that. But when TT practically almost had uterine cancer, it threw a fucking wrench in my plans that if anything happened to me, my kids would be okay. But thank God TT was just faking and she doesn't really have uterine cancer. Got my mother to tell her she loved her and everything. By the way, Mima was thrilled with the purse that I found for her when I was with TT. She is completely all set. And now Mima has everything for the wedding. Her dress, her jewelry, her purse, her shoes. She is all set. Mima is done. Mima is staying with TT down the Cape, which is actually, I hate to say it, is a little bit of a relief for me because not only do I have Julia to worry about, but I also have Jack, Georgia, their boyfriends, girlfriends, and my husband. So TT is going to have Mima with her, and her and Mike can help Mima do what Mima needs to do. So that is also a relief. Yes, you have to babysit. Wait till Mima starts drinking. Ay, have the defibrillator on hand. So anyway, that's all of the things, I think. So that's wedding stuff, prom stuff, drama stuff, all of the things. The next thing is I have the convention this weekend. I don't think I'm going to go the night before and go to the parties. I know that's crazy. But I'm getting my hair done, and that is very important to get closer to the color I need for the wedding. And so I have to go get my hair done at 5 o'clock on Friday. Even if I'm done by 8 o'clock, it takes me an hour to get to 9 o'clock. The parties are almost done at like 11. It's not happening. Now I am going to just focus on getting up very early in the morning on Saturday. Meowser and I are going to make a day of it. I already have my idea of an outfit that I'm wearing for the convention. It includes red lipstick. And we're just going to get up very early and we're going to head out and start our day. Head to Worcester, head to the DCU Center, get our credentials, and just have like a really great day. I know I'm going to love it when I'm there. I'm so excited to be at the convention. Even if you're a Democrat, you should consider getting involved to the point where you're a delegate and you can go to your convention. I'm just looking forward to seeing so many Republicans together. I am hearing, and what I have heard is that this is going to be one of the largest conventions we've seen in a long, long time. And that just means like there are a lot of people that are, Republicans, and in Massachusetts, that's an accomplishment. And so I'm like so excited. I ordered my dress, TT, already. I already got it last night. It's coming tomorrow. And so I'm just so excited to be around political people. I have to go and get the jewelry though, TT, but I can't go anywhere yet until I get Georgia. So I have to wait for Georgia to call me, and then I'm going to get that done. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to hear the speakers. The person who is the owner of the Babylon Bee, if you've ever seen them on X, they're a speaker. Howie Carr is not making an appearance, but he is sending a video message. Take that as you will. Mike Urban is a speaker, which I'm so excited about. And so I'm just, and Tim Cruz, District Attorney Tim Cruz. So it's going to be really great. I'm excited to work the crowd for the Keneally campaign and try to sway some votes, and tell everybody why I'm voting for Mike as a delegate. I'm excited. All of my Somerset Republicans are there as delegates. I'm so excited to be there with them. I've envisioned this. I could cry and get choked up about it. I have envisioned this for so long, and that it's like actually going to come to fruition. But I always had a vision in my mind of a group of people from Somerset as Republicans representing our town at the convention. And there's going to be so many of us there. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get that photo, frame it, and put it on my mantle. Like, I'm so excited. For them, you know what I mean? For them and for everybody in our town that votes Republican. And it's 50% of us. So like, I don't know. Somerset should be really proud of this. I'm really proud of it. It's a lot of hard work. It's so much time that I'm tired and I don't want to do it. And we've plugged along and I'm so excited. So, I hate to say it, but I'm getting very close to the point where I've accomplished all my goals within like my party and my Republican town committee, that I'm starting to get that feeling like I'm ready to like step aside. Like I feel like I've got it really okay and that I could pass the torch. And I'm going to revisit that again, but like I've hit all the benchmarks for us. We walked in a parade. We organized our RTC. We got Pat Haddad out of office. We got Justin Thurber elected. We got Todd Costa elected. And we're going to the convention, and we held a candidates event. I mean, we do our town hall event 2 years in a row. Like, I just like check off every motherfucking box. I am done. I'm done. Add it to my obituary. So anyway, so that's Saturday, and I'm very much looking forward and excited to it. I don't know what's going to happen with my, somebody just said, oh, at 10:47, I had over 2,000 people watching live between YouTube and X. Yeah, it's a good morning for the show. So I'm just feeling great with that. I'm feeling great with the wedding. I'm feeling great with oh, okay. I just wanted an update. Skip from the isolation room, he has wonderful people that are helping and organizing for him. As you know, Skip's mom had a stroke, and he's had to leave the room to go deal with some things for her. They had reached out to me and asked if, because Skip wasn't in the room for some time, if I could, or if I was interested in going on and just kind of talking, right? Because the stream is just always ongoing. Yesterday, obviously, I had the Georgia situation, and then I wasn't feeling great. And so I never connected with them. Amy is sending me a message and saying she wanted to update me. Skip's mom was transferred to the step down facility yesterday. She is in a rehab facility now. Unfortunately, Skip was sick overnight with a stomach issue. As of this moment, I think he'll be in his room all day today. Thank you again for supporting other creators. Kindly, Amy in Colorado, because there are so many Amy's. So I don't think they'll need me today, but I'm always available to pop in and help if they need me to. So Skip's probably sick because he ventured out into the fucking world after 90 days. He's around people. So hopefully he's okay and he can rest. Bay Harbor Beauty posted on her X account essentially the product that she sent me and how to use it. I very much appreciate that. It looks like this is like a nighttime cream, I think. So I will open it and use it. I will say what has happened is I now need some sort of like a little shelf just for my Bay Harbor Beauty stuff. So I don't know if she has any of those things on her website, because I am very, very generously gifted these products. I would consider finding a tiered shelf where we can house our products on our vanities or our bathroom sink areas. I would like to display my beautiful products. Currently, they are housed in a cabinet because I share a bathroom with everybody, but I would like to, you are not Home Depot? Please, please, Julie. I envisioned something like silver or something. Well, I'm fine. I'll find one that fits all my products, and then I'll report back to everybody. I'll link it in my Amazon storefront. I have an Amazon storefront. I never use it. I could earn 10% commissions on things and I never use it because I hate that. But also at the same time, I don't know. Anyway, I just want to be able to, I also want them like accessible, because now I'm using them with frequency. So taking them out of the cabinet is kind of like, it's not a chore, but you know what I mean? Like just a little bit of ease. And I don't have to worry about these products. Georgia doesn't touch them. There's a brand called Tula, Tula. And they come in like a light, like Tiffany blue packaging. There is a cooling stick that I have been using for several years. And I just, prior to Bay Harbor Beauty, I used to just put this cooling stick under my eyes every night, probably because my eyes were so raw from using soft soap. But it's the only product I've ever really splurged on. And I don't remember who taught me about it. TT maybe? I'm not sure. Good morning, Moons. So I had this Tula stick one time, two times, one time, two times. And I've only gotten it twice. One time I used it and then I ran out, and then my husband and the kids got it for me for Christmas another year. Well, Georgia has now taken that and she loves it. So I don't use that anymore, but that's the only product that Georgia really uses. Also, I just want to take a second to shout out to the replay crew. Why do I have a hard time saying that? Replay crew. Irish wristwatch. I can't say it. Replay crew. RPC, replay crew, RPC. Your comments are the ones I always read first. If I ever have a minute to go online and look, I always go to those comments and look at them. They're wonderful. She sells seashells. Good morning. So yeah, I really love my Bay Harbor Beauty products. They're fantastic. Okay. I suspect that very shortly I'm going to get a call from Georgia. I'm going to go in and feed the fish. We have a little bit of a problem currently right now with Sam Rothstein's tank. I don't know what's going on. So we have, as you know, we have two fish. We have Ginger, named after Ginger from Casino. She's a white fish that we rescued from Petco. When Julia left, she was my emotional support fish. And I had a really big tank, 10-gallon tank that I gave her, and it's on the kitchen counter, and it's lovely. And I don't know what Gingy does, but Gingy's tank is spotless. It's very rarely cloudy or dirty. She like cleans it. I don't know what this fish does. I clean it like every couple of weeks, but like for the most part, the water is clear and it is beautiful, right? and we don't have any live plants or anything. We have fake plants. Sam Rothstein's tank is a 5-gallon tank. And according to the people at Petco, both of these tanks are unbelievably generous for betta fish. Betta fish can live in very, very small containers. They can live in vases with some plants at the top, like whatever. Like it, I know a lot of people don't think that they need space. And according to the people at Petco, like my fish are very, very lucky and blessed that they have such lovely sized tanks. Sam Rothstein has a 5-gallon tank, equally as generous, half the size, but still great. Sam Rothstein's tank goes off onto the side. We have like a little counter. It's like the mail and key counter. He's over there. Sam Rothstein's tank gets dirty every week. And I feel like I've been duped because Gingy's tank doesn't need the cleaning, but Sam Rothstein's every fucking week by day 5, it is starting to get cloudy and green. And I don't know what's happening. I take everything out. I take him out. I put all of the pebbles at the bottom in a colander and wash them. I wash all the plants. He has a little like house in there. I wash that. Why is his tank becoming a problem? Now, I don't have filters or heaters in my tank. Okay, I talked to them about this. Betta fish don't like the vibrations of a filter. It scares them and they don't like it. You can try, but a lot of them don't like it. They're fine with tepid water and like it's not moving. They're best with plants and your water is like brownish. And we might switch them over to like natural plants. I have a good track record with fish. I had another betta fish that lived almost 2 years. I can't remember. What was his name? Shit. He had a small little fish tank. It was round with the light on the top. That would have been fine. Snails are the next option. We went to Petco. They sell them there. We wanted to think about it a little bit more. But Sam Rothstein is fucking up his tank, and it is problematic for me. And now I am annoyed that now I have to add on top of everything else I do, like my birds, my dogs. Now I have to clean Sam Rothstein's tank once a week. And it's a chore. You have to empty everything out. You got to, it's like takes a lot of time and it smells. And now I'm mad. So this is an also thing with the food. We very little food. And at the end of the night, when I go in to feed for the end of the night, I have a net and I go along the top of the water and I take out whatever is there. So there's nothing. Jess, I texted you earlier about Nurse Kim. Can you pass it on, please? Hold on. Can you text it to my 401 number, Bay Harbor Beauty? 401-585-2402. I can't check. Can I see it? I won't be able to see. Sam Rothstein isn't in the sun, and neither is Gingy. They're in the kitchen. There's no direct sunlight to them. None. Now, I've been asked by Jeffrey if I can move the fish into the sunroom for the summer. The sunroom gets hot. I just don't know. He wants them in the sunroom with him. I'm not sure what we're going to do here. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, one of the besties sent me a dress. Oh, okay. I will text Kimberly. You got it. Thank you. So I really would prefer, yes, Jeff likes a vibe. Jeff, remember I talked about my vision for the sunroom, right? Mahjong and plants. Jeff's is guitars and betta fish. He actually was thinking I should change Gingy to a 5-gallon tank, so it's the same size as Sam Rothstein's. I got to talk to Petco. I've got to go talk to them and ask them, because betta fish actually prefer warm water, and the water is cool in the house. It's room temperature, but it's cool. Like my house is always cold. I don't use heat in the winter. Like I don't like heat. So my house their water is cool. It's not warm at all. So I don't know if the sunroom is the best spot. If I put like a cover over them, like I don't know. I'm not sure. I get where he's going. I see the summer. So we had these, let me just tell you every fucking single thing about my life. We had these old lights, like that you put around, like not Christmas lights, but like lights, right? And they were red, white, and blue. They're the round ball ones. And I got them at Salvation Army for like $2, and I got 3 packages of them. They used to be on the front of the house from Memorial Day through 4th of July, but one of the strands stopped working and we didn't have enough to cover the front porch. So the 2 strands have since been in the sunroom. Okay. Now, at night, if you drive by my house when it's dark, you see the sunroom off the back of the house, and it's got these soft lights, red, white, and blue. And that is the vibe. And that is Jeff's room, and he loves it or whatever. Do I like the lights? No, I want them to be like a little bit more twinkly, sparkly. And I'm always trying to find the best lights, and they suck. And I keep saying I'm going to buy these, and I don't buy them, and I just never get them. But the other day when I was cleaning out the room, I said, you know what? I'm going to take these down. And if I take them down, then Jeff will say, we have to get the new ones. So I took one strand down, and I went to go take the other strand down, and 2 of the red bulbs broke and the red glass went everywhere. And Jeff was so fucking mad at me. Now, the last strand is up, minus the 2, and he's pissed. I have to pee. Can we go in and I'll pee and then come back? Hold on. So Jeff is mad. Jeff is so pissed. I took down 1 strand. He wants me to put it back up. And he's upset that I ruined the fucking feng shui of the room. So now I have to find lights because half the room doesn't have lights. And he wants them to have some sort of, not even red, white, and blue aesthetic, but he wants them to be twinkly. He's pissed. Should have just left it alone. Good morning, Quincy. Good morning, Reagan. Quincy, what are you doing over here on all these pillows? What are you doing? Hi, Reagan. Oh, hello, Sam Rothstein. We meet again. Watch. As much as I don't want to show you my kitchen. Look at Gingy's tank. Clean, beautiful. Look at Sam Rothstein's tank.
Did you open it?
I did not. Gross and dirty. Clean and beautiful. Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. You want to talk to everybody? You'll go home? She's at work. All right, anyway. Mimi, you want to talk to everybody? No. Quincy, I'm so surprised you're just lying here. Hmm. Hmm. What are you doing? Hi, Reagan. What is you doing, boy? Hi, Reagan. You want to go outside? Hold on. Let me just get them out. Come on. We also have Vincent and Mia. Their cage is getting clean today. The bottom, like every week, I take all that stuff out. Put new stuff. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Mia. Like Pet Central. For those of you who know, you know. All right. You guys go hang out outside. Guard the perimeter. All right. They're all set. They're out. Jack's at school. Jeff's at work. George is going to be asking me to pick her up very shortly. That's it. Right? Right. Okay. We're going to do Bunny After Dark tonight. We're going to do 8 o'clock, not 7. I know some people don't love that, but 8 o'clock is going to be for the best. Do I take the birds out of the cage? I've never had the bird. So we have had these birds for way longer than we thought we ever would have. We got them for George's 8th birthday, I think. She's going to be 17. In the beginning, they were in a small cage. Whatever we were told to get at Petco, we got. During COVID, when we had all the stimmy money, everything around the house got the upgrade, including the bird's house. We bought them that huge one. That's like almost the biggest one that we could find on Amazon at the time. We would take them out of the cage. Well, we would open the cage in the sunroom. So in the summer, we would open the cage and sit in the sunroom with the doors closed, but the windows open because we have screens, and we would like want to teach them how to get out and fly around or look around things, but they never enjoyed it. They would fly into the screens, they'd fly into the glass parts. It was always chaotic, and it was sad. You know what I mean? And so I still do it. I'll probably do it once it gets warm. We'll start again and we'll put it in there and we'll try, but they really don't love it. So they're caged, which is just, Georgia wanted these birds when she was 8. And then as time goes on, she hates that they're caged and she just hates the whole system of it. So we change the cage. So that bottom part comes off. So I'll take the cage part and just put it on the table so they're still in the cage. I take that bottom part out, I clean that, wash it, refill it with the stuff, and then put it back. I also will, to like stimulate them, I will rearrange all of their things, their perches, their mirrors. I will rearrange all of those things whenever I clean out the cage, just to kind of mix it up. I do the same thing with Gingy. Do I want a parrot? The answer is no. That's it. And they are still here. They're still here. I have, for some reason, found on my Instagram a account of these people that they have like a standing room that is like a cage for these birds, and they all live in it, and they have water things. And I showed it to Jeff, and I was like, these birds could use like a water feature. And he was like, it's not happening. So after I saw that, I like put like a dish at the bottom with warm water in it and thought maybe they would play in it like the birds in the video. And all they did was kick the stuffing into it. So then it was just a pile of mushed stuffing at the bottom of it. They hated it, or they just don't know, or these are the two dumbest birds on the planet and don't know what to do with anything they've been given. Like they were given freedom in the sunroom. They didn't know what to do with it. They were given a huge bird bath with warm water. Didn't know what to do with it. The birds like could, what is this? Really think about in your house. She knows they're being taken of correctly. What does that mean? Explain that. I can't let them out in my house because I have a dog that likes to murder birds. Quincy has killed a robin. He will kill them. I kill them. Also, there have been a couple of times through the years where the birds have gotten out. We suspect Mima accidentally, because we cover the birds every night. We think she accidentally like lifted it one time. And another time, I think maybe Georgia didn't close it. It would never be me. I don't make mistakes. But the bird has gotten out. It is always Vincent. It's never Mia. Vincent is the blue one. And Vincent got out. And one time my kids called us screaming and they were like, Vincent got out. Jeff and I were out and we had to come back to the house because they couldn't catch him. And it was Mrs. Saucier. I am a pro at catching him. I just get a dish towel and I throw it on him. And he goes crazy, but I get him and he can't escape. So many times Jeff will say, so here's a whole other extra part of this.
Now that the weather is getting warmer, we move the birds outside during the day. So we bring them to the front porch, and there's a table out there, and they get to see all of their brethren fly freely around the world, and they get to stare at them through the through the cage. But they're in the sunshine and the water, and they sing so much more outside. And they're probably trying to like get birds to come and like help them break out. They're like, we want to get the fuck out of here, help us, but it doesn't happen. So every summer, every day, I will take the birds in the morning, fill their water, food, and then I will put them out on the front porch. There have been times where we forget about them, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I go to bed and cover the birds, and I'm like, fuck. So then I'm like, Jeff, can you hold the door while I go get the birds? It's a chore, but they come in after. I mean, one year we had a real bee problem, and there were bees constantly trying to get in there where their food was. And I was like, I don't know. We're going to let nature take its course. Like if they get stung or they kill it, I don't know what's going to happen. So these birds, this is my life. This is my life. So I don't know how long these birds are supposed to live for. I constantly worry about what happens when one dies and the other one is left behind. Then what do I do? Do I just let it stay alone? I can't go get another one because now I'm into a new cycle of commitment. Does Charles know about all of this? He doesn't. He does not. He does not. Who knew there was a bird subplot? Yes, this is my life. I'm not adopting Lacey's parrot. No, I will put out the signal for anybody else that has parakeets to take the one that is remaining. Like people wonder why the way I am. Every day I wake up and I wonder if things died. Did the birds die? Did the dogs die? Did my mom die? I am constantly, the first thing I think about in the morning is everybody's still alive. That is literally how I think. Jen Ullman wakes up and wonders, what is Jess Machado saying? I'm wondering, are both birds still alive today? Or are we're going to have a bird funeral? You know what I mean? Reagan's 14. I worry every day. It is literally time to go pick up Georgia. Hold on. What's going on the internet with drama? Is there anything good going on? Who is Charles? He's a general. He's our Siegel general. We're in a war. Is there anything going on the interwebs that I would know or need to know about? Let's together check on some things. Let's go. Hold on. Let's check this. We're going to start with, hold on. We'll go to this one. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Kelsey Fitzsimmons has released poetry. Huh. Interesting. Nothing from Kane. He is behaving. And Kelsey has poetry. That is what I've learned on the internet so far this morning. All right. Good morning, Lauren. I hate how Twitter, like when I click on my notifications, I kind of have to scroll up for them. You know what I mean? It's, oh my God, wait, no. What are these things I'm tagged in? Yikes. Yeah, it's so much with these notifications. It's so weird. It drives me nuts. It's one short poem, but it'll crush you. All right, let me go back to her page, and I checked her page first just to see if there's anything going on. Oh, she followed me. I will follow her back. I started to write to survive. Now I'm starting to heal. Poetry that carried me through, finally finding its voice here. Let's read it. She's on Substack. Oh, she has a paid. All right, start trial. Okay. Wait, what do you have to do here? Geez, Substack is this confusing? Jesus. I, Heather Ashworth's tweet about a divorce attorney. One of the best divorce attorneys in the business is Nancy Stanton from Fall River. She is an absolute fucking savage. So suggest Nancy Stanton to her. She's amazing. Tell her I sent her. Okay. Here we go. Where tears echo off cinder block. Got wrenched, my pillow drenched. So many cries no one can hear. You forgetting me is what I fear. Your little fingers wrapped around my thumb. The memory crushes my soul. My whole body goes numb. I still sing to you every night. You are my everything. You are my light. Ugh. Ugh. That's sad. Yesterday, obviously I had a day. I missed 2 calls from Courtney. I will call her back and see what's going on. All right. It is 2 hours. No idea where Georgia is supposed to be. I should have been picking her up by now. I'm going to call her and see where we're at. Today is Wednesday. We're doing Bunny After Dark tonight at 8 p.m. I have not thought, if you were, by the way, if you're in my class, we're doing that tomorrow at 7 p.m. I would like to also, I know it completely contradicts everything that we've said up until this point and all of the things. I think we are going to do 2 shows a week. Okay, so a couple of things. One, post-wedding, okay, means the wedding is done, the convention is done. All of the things are done. I think I need to do 2 shows a week. 24 and 24, obviously, Monday through Friday. But I think we need to do Bunny After Dark on Fridays, and we need to do another show during the week as well. Now, I don't know if this one's going to be a daytime show. I'm not really sure. I think I am going live. I feel like I'm missing an opportunity to talk about other things. When I do 24 and 24, I'm not in front of a computer. I'm not sharing a screen. I'm transient. I'm moving. I'm never in one spot. I don't have the option to share a screen. This show is very much what it is because of like the flightiness of it, right? We don't know what we're going to talk about. It's where we're driving. It's what we're doing or whatever. But I am now, and Bunny After Dark is like a funny show. Like that's Bunny After Dark. It's funny. We talk about some stuff, but like, think about it. Like talking about Skip and what happened with Skip, that's not really a Bunny After Dark thing. We need another place to talk about that. We need another place to talk about other stuff. it used to be Jess Machado show, but I really felt like I couldn't do weekends, like doing 24 and 24 every day and then doing a Saturday show. It was just like, we're working 6 days a week. Like, I don't know. So I backed off from that. And also there wasn't viewership on Saturday mornings. So now I feel like there needs to be, I'm just talking this out. And Jimmy said it, there should be 2 Bunny After Darks during the week. I'm not sure if it's another bunny, but like, should there be a different type of show? Like, I used to write that article, Time for 10 with Jess, and I would do 10 questions with like a political person or someone running for office. Should we do a time for 10? Should we do a time for 10 and just go over 10 topics, whether they are, oh, Melissa, I will message you, Melissa, as soon as I'm done. Like we were going to do a political show, but I still think that that's the wrong move. You've seen what happens when you start talking about anything like social. It just goes bad. It causes drama. It gets you reported. Like, I'm not doing it. But time for 10 with Jess, where we talk about 10 subjects, or maybe not 10, 5, like how many, if it's a 2-hour show, can we get through 10 topics? Like Sports Center has their thing, like what, right? And I'm in front of my computer when I do it. Does that make sense? This also comes from a place where there is somebody that I have connected with that I want to interview, that wants to interview. Bunny After Dark is not the place for it. So we need another home for it. 24 on 24 isn't the place for it because we're not putting this person in my vehicle. So we need a home for interviews with people and talking about like topics outside. 24 and 24 is like our Dr. Phil session every day. We talk about family, we talk about gossip, we talk about drama. That's fine. Bunny After Dark is like skits. It's funny, it's interactive. There's that. But now we need a third destination, which is some sort of platform for if I have a guest, if I have a story where I can read, like, for example, Kelsey Fitzsimmons, that day when those filings came out, I read those. We got 12,000 viewers in the middle of the day. So we need to think about this. Live is best because I would, again, like some interaction and stuff like that. I don't like recording anything. Live is better. So I'm thinking of a new home. I guess it could be Jess Machado show. Because our brand is Jess Machado show. This is a tricky thing. I'm willing to take some advice on it, but we need a new home for these things, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking about it. It was already something I've been thinking about. Jimmy was like, you should do 2 shows a week. Aiden does 2 shows a week. Jimmy does 2 shows a week. Kim does 2 shows a week. I was doing 2 and then I cut it off, but really it was because the Saturday thing wasn't working, So anyway, that's what we're thinking. I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking that's what we're thinking of doing, is another location. And we were close to doing that with the political show, but we don't want politics. We can talk about politics, but we're not making it a political show. It's got to be other things. Fuck it, we'll do it live. It's my favorite thing. Saturday was great, but it was kind of boring and I liked it. But once I started doing Bunny After Dark, I enjoyed doing Bunny more than the Saturday show. Saturday felt too formal. And I don't know. I like want to go where I'm having fun. I was having more fun on Bunny. So anyway, I'm thinking daytime. Maybe it's just a Jess Machado show. And we do it and that's it. And it has some structure. 24 and 24 is like a mess. We don't have structure. It's still the number 1 show in all of the land, but, you know what I mean? It just has no structure. This show would have some structure. We'd start with like an opening, like thing and like this, whatever. Anyway. Okay. That's it. All right. It is 12:06. I'm going to call Georgia. We're getting close to that. Tonight, Bunny After Dark, 8 p.m. And okay, that's it. Number one in all the multiverse, correct. Jessica Walsh last week did a Bunny After Dark pre-game, I think. Or is Erica hurt? Did Erica get hurt? Clear this up for me. I'm just waiting to see the chat. Erica's taken a spill, so she got hurt. Is she in the hospital or is she home? I will text her. She twisted her bad knee. Ugh. Okay, so is Jay Walsh doing a show before me? Erica is home and tending to her wounds. Okay. I would like to know if she was going to do a show tonight because I would send people to her channel. I would get that locked in when I do it. She's home on meds. Ugh, Erica. And is Jessica Walsh doing a show before me? Okay. So, Jay Walsh, what is your channel name? You're starting at 6:30. So that's an hour and a half before me. It's just, okay, so there's her. So she's doing a show at 6:30, pre-gaming before we go on at 8. And I don't know if Erica is up for it, if she wants to talk after, but we will send you to her when it's done. Okay? All right, so we tied all that up. Hold on, just reading one thing. Can your new show be Bunnies and Besties? I think we have to make it a little bit more formal, John Baggs. I think it has to be a little bit more professional. Like, what if I have an interview with someone, you know? Okay. Attorney Melanie Little is live right now. She is doing Karen Reed and Turtle Boy sued for defamation by Jen McCabe and Higgins. She is currently live. I can't send you from here because I don't know how to do that from my phone. Let me see. Is Aiden live? Oh, Aiden was live. He is also done. So you can either go back and watch Aiden's or you can go currently watch Melanie Little. She is live and she is going over the new lawsuit. And Olivia Rodrigo has a new song. It's called Drop Dead. I listened to it the first time and I was like, no. And then I listened to it the second time and I was like, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep, I like it. Yep, I like it. Before I go, let me read you. Let me just tell you. Let's see. Here I am here. And yeah, this song is good. It's good. I like it. Me, my history. Let's share with you all of the things and songs I've been listening to. Hold on, I'm going to get it for you. Olivia Rodrigo, check. Wait, let me get to where I'm. Oh, this shows everything. Oh, do you ever get tired by King Melonius? Go listen to that. God Is by Kanye West. Jesus is Lord, Kanye West. Use This Gospel, Kanye West. Everything We Need, Kanye West. On God, Kanye West. Closed on Sunday, Kanye West. Every Hour, Kanye West. Over, Kings of Leon. Down, 311. Any Man of Mine by Shania Twain. A video called I Do Not Freebase Cocaine. If you know, you know. Hold on, we're going back and getting more songs. Honey, I'm Home, Shania Twain. You Get What You Give, New Radicals. I'm Holding On to Love, Shania Twain. From This Moment, Shania Twain. Just getting all my songs. Love Lockdown, Kanye West. Mercy, Kanye West. Heartless, Kanye West. Closed on Sunday, Kanye West. God Is, Kanye West. Flashing Lights, Kanye West. King, Kanye West. Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares. Jay-Z and Kanye West. Blank in Paris. All of the Lights, Kanye. Use This Gospel, Kanye. Everything We Need, Kanye. Closed on Sunday, Kanye. King, Kanye. Rihanna, We Found Love, featuring Calvin Harris. Love Lockdown. Sabrina Carpenter, House Tour. Kanye West, Flashing Lights. All Falls Down, Kanye West. Runaway, Kanye West. Stronger, Kanye West. I'm on a Kanye West kick. Lizzo, Truth Hurts. Kanye West, God Is. Do You Ever Get Tied? King Wellonius. Don't Give Up. Peter Gabriel featuring Kate Bush. King, Kanye West. Say It to My Face, King Wellonius. Welcome to Miami, King Wellonius. Thank You for Being a Friend, King Wellonius. Fupa, King Wellonius. Cashmere Turtleneck, King Wellonius. These are my music choices currently. Seagull sound effect. Sabrina Carpenter, House Tour. Subtronics, Quantum Queso. Mama's Favorite, Kanye West. Can't Tell Me Nothing, Kanye West. Stronger, Kanye West. Praise God, Kanye West. Heartless, Kanye West. Flashing Lights, Kanye West. Hold on. Band on the Run, Paul McCartney. Bad Girls, MIA. Down, 311. Wish List, Taylor Swift. Father Figure, Taylor Swift. Opalite, Taylor Swift. The Fate of Ophelia, Taylor Swift. Elizabeth Taylor, Taylor Swift. South Park videos. If I Were a Boy, Beyonce. Miss Independent, Neo. Let Me Love You, Mario. We Belong Together, Mariah Carey. Take a Bow, Rihanna. I'm almost done. I don't know why I'm doing this. You don't have to listen. You can leave. This is how the Duggars really pay for everything. This was a great video. Like, how do they pay for everything with all those kids? A Great Big World, Christina Aguilera. I don't even know why I was listening to that. This Joint by Slightly Stupid. Intentions, Justin Bieber. Over, Kings of Leon. I really like that song. Wait, why am I doing this? Documenting it for myself. I watched this video, Knock Knock Pat Ford. It has 65 views. It's from when he was in high school. It's very funny. The reason I'm scrolling through, it's like a lot of my videos like that I go and look at. So there's like tons of other non-music videos in here. I should be using Spotify, but I don't. Whatever. Not Haley. I listened to that song. Not Haley again. Black Eyed Peas, Meet Me Halfway. Willow, The Anxiety, Meet Me at Our Spot. Young Gravy, Betty. Harry Styles, Late Night Talking. Ariana Grande, Thank You, Next. Jenny from the Block, Jennifer Lopez. Level Up, Ciara. Wood, Alice in Chains. Surfin', Kid Cudi. Blessings, featuring Drake by Big Sean. Nice for What, Drake. Time After Time, Cyndi Lauper. Girls Like You, Maroon 5. Flathead by the Fratellis. Everlong by the Foo Fighters. Congratulations by Post Malone. All I Want by Toad the Wet Sprocket. All I Want. Why Can't This Be Love by Van Halen. Call Your Girlfriend by Robin. Love Will Never Do Without You, Janet Jackson. Something So Strong, Crowded House. Last Goodbye, Jeff Buckley. Born to Run, Bruce Springsteen. A Girl Like You, Edwin Collins. Young Turks, Rod Stewart. I Don't Want This Night to End by Luke Bryan. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. Cool by Gwen Stefani. West Coast by Lana Del Rey. I'm Real, Jennifer Lopez. Take Your Time by Sam Hunt. Every Time You Go Away by Paul Young. Play It Again, Luke Bryan. Energy, Drake. Seven Rings, Ariana Grande. Let Me Love You, Mario. We Belong Together, Mariah Carey. I was on a roll that day. Where was I going? Where was I going? All right, I think that's it. We're done. Still nothing from Georgia. What in the actual fuck, Georgia? Hot Wieners, episode 17. Jet by Paul McCartney and Wings. Band on the Run, Paul McCartney and Wings. No Hard Feelings, the movie Man Eater on Piano. Trust me, that's a great song. If you've never seen the movie No Hard Feelings with Jennifer Lawrence, you've got to see it. Blackbird by Beyonce. Revival by Zach Bryan. Last Night by Morgan Wallen. Last Night We Let the Liquor Talk. Fast Cars by Luke Combs. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, Taylor Swift. Years by Sierra Farrell. One of my favorite songs of all time. Of all time. I won't even attempt to sing that one because what are we doing? I'm just reading my playlists that I've listened to music on my YouTube while I was waiting for Georgia to call me to come and pick her up. And my dogs are outside, so I'm letting them roam around. I have to go pick up Georgia. Oh, this is when I was watching clips of the movie Juno. It's a very interesting movie. I hate to say it, but many of these songs end up becoming just the same. Drake, Energy, 311 Down, MILFs by Fergie. How Can We Be Lovers If We Can't Be Friends by Michael Bolton. Like literally, I was just listening to the same songs over and over again. This Is the Time by Billy Joel. Candy's Room by Bruce Springsteen. Same shit, different day. All right, let's end this. Let's end this. You hang up first. Some guys have all the luck. Rain by Madonna. What a good song. Oh, it's such a good song. Wait a second. Oh, okay. It said I missed a call from Georgia, but it was earlier. I was just about to panic. All right. Goodbye. I'll talk to you later. Bunny After Dark tonight, 8 o'clock. Goodbye. Bye. Take us out, Jimmy. Wait, you want to hear something else just because I overshare? See right here? Listen. There is one spot in my living room that it squeaks. And we're going to get a new rug in here eventually. But for the past 10 years, that squeaky spot exists. I usually avoid it. I say to Jeff, every time he's talking to me, he stands on the squeaky spot. And now that I've announced it to him, he can't unsee it. He can't unhear it. But he's constantly on the squeaky spot of that one little spot on the floor. He stands on it all the time. Hello, gentlemen. Have we finished? Are we ready to come in for some snacks? Hi. Straight to the kitchen for the snacks. Quincy. Okay. Oh my God, Madonna. See, this is why we need another show. Madonna going to Coachella with Sabrina Carpenter. As much as I found that interesting, Madonna looked great. But you know who really enjoyed that? Jeffrey Machado. We'll talk about it tonight. How about that? I'll add it to the list. Goodbye.
It's all your favorite Jess Machado songs on one CD. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth, say goodbye to Jack. When I leave for Bunny After Dark, I'm not coming back. It's all the hits you've always loved in one place. Just so everyone knows, it's alright because I got Jeff his new guitar. And that's okay, cause my family is the best thing for me. Whether you're singing in the car by yourself or hanging out with your besties, there's a song for everybody. How much is that coffee at Society? Last week it was 50 cents less. How much is that coffee at Society? I don't care if this causes a mess. Recruiting seagulls, dishing about politics, or just straight up gossiping, this is the CD for you. One low price of $19.99. The chat I can't see. I'm driving and the sun's in my eyes. I love 24 on 24. I said I'm getting all the views. Sorry, Brian and Crawford, I told you before. Don't fuck with me, I'm a Fall River whore. Don't fuck with this Fall River whore. All songs, all decades, all moods, all Jess. I got a new life, you'd hardly recognize me. I'm so glad that Kayla Churchill and Jen Altman are not in my life. I don't care about all of my stupid haters. That is right. Eat my asshole. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Get out of bed and call today.